Hello there, everybody. They did a thing. They ninja released Mamoswine. I had no idea it was coming. Nobody did. They haven't even talked about it on their Twitter. But Mamoswine is here, and so I'm gonna tell you all about it. I have been playing only in practice so far. You can see I have two because I'm special and very unique. So I have double the Mamoswine as usual. Check in the description for links to skip ahead if you'd like. We're going to start with the stats. Then we're going to go through and do a whole bunch of practice together. And then we're going to get you some the best items from what basically we can tell from the stats. And then fundamentally, if I cannot get gameplay of me tonight, I'll do a spectate mode. And we'll spectate two Mamoswines fight each other. Because I'm sure he's all over the place. It's going to be hard to get gameplay personally for him today. But we'll show you as much as we can, and then we'll get you some gameplay regardless. Let's go. Let's get into it. Alrighty, we have our trustworthy Mamoswine here. Difficulty listed as intermediate. Melee defender. In case you guys are wondering, this is a defender. And a physical attacker. Sylvian should be a special attacker ranged. At least looks ranged to me. Physical attacker is what we're talking about here for Mamoswine. So this is going to be an interesting evolution. I really think he's probably going to be fairly weak early. And then probably a beast mode late game is what it looks like. So let's start by talking about the passive. Passive is thick fat. Every time the Pokemon deals damage, its defense and special defense are increased for a short time, up to 3 times when the Pokemon uses Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, or Ice Fang. Its next basic attack becomes a boosted attack. In addition, if any of these moves creates a freezing area of effect inside an ally goal zone, it decreases the goal scoring speed of opposing Pokemon inside that zone. This is the counter to instantaneous, at least to goal getter and the score shield and stuff like that. Decreasing the amount of increasing the amount of time that it takes to score a goal is going to be, I think, very highly used in this game. So very nice, very long, and very versatile passive right there. A lot of power there. Maybe a bit too much, but notice that we're lacking damage data for this. Unlike the other ones that have been released for a while, we don't have damage data. We'll find out in the game when we're practicing with them. So basic attack becomes a boosted attack with every third, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon, leaving them frozen for a short time when it hits. Kind of feels like a Sejuani here. In addition, the user's basic attacks deal increased damage for a short time to opposing Pokemon that is frozen with one of its moves. Yeah, sounds like a Sejuani. Alright, so we start with 2, Ice Shard and Tackle. Ice Shard hurls 3 chunks of ice at the designated location, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. If an opposing Pokemon is hit by all 3 chunks, it is left frozen for a short time. Almost like Italia in a weird way. A bit of a mixture of League champions if you ever played League. That then gets upgraded at level 6 to one of the following moves, Ice Fang and Icicle Crash. Ice Fang uses cold-infused fangs to throw the opposing Pokemon closest to the user, dealing damage and leaving the Pokemon frozen for a short time. The user can then designate a direction to slam the thrown Pokemon forward or backwards, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them frozen for a short time. This sounds really strong. It's a hindrance. I haven't used it against a multitude of other enemy players then, but yeah, I feel like this could be very, very versatile in a team fight. I'm going to read this part again. The user can designate a direction to slam the thrown Pokemon forward or backwards, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area and leaving them frozen for a short time. Sounds like mass AoE. And in a large-scale big fight, I think that's going to be insanity for us. Okay, Icicle Crash drops icicles on the designated location, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. The final icicle shatters after a set amount of time or when hit by the user's other moves or boosted attacks, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them, guess what? Frozen! If the icicle is shattered by tackle or high horsepower, the ground is covered in ice, which increased the movement speed, which will increase, I suppose, the movement speed of allied Pokemon that run over it. So, this guy, Mamoswine has a lot of different playstyles here. Some of it's a bit supporty, and some of it feels like it's very, very kind of lockdown based. So, it's going to be interesting to see. Right now, for me, for my relatively limited experience, I feel like Ice Fang is going to be a bit more versatile for most playstyles, with Icicle Crash being highly adaptable and probably higher scalable in the long run. Again, really early out, so it's hard to say for sure how the meta is going to pass out, but let's talk about Tackle. Tackle has the user rush recklessly in the designated location, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon hits and throwing them. Okay. High horsepower upgrades at level 8, by the way. High horsepower has the user rush recklessly in the designated direction, same as Tackle, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon hits and shoving them. The user then stomps his feet, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them unable to act for a short time. This stomping deals increased damage to frozen opposing Pokemon. So you want to be using that once they're frozen to shatter them, basically. The other option there is a Earthquake. Has the user leap up in the designated direction and land forcefully, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and pulling them towards the user. Suction, kind of like Zora's discharge right there. So I gotta tell you, I think Mamoswine is going to be an absolute beast. I think this is going to be one of our main new defenders being played in this game. And just about time, because Snorlax has fallen off and is weak. Slowbro's pretty darn weak right now. It's basically Blastoise is your go-to one-shot defender. Well, not anymore. In addition to being well-loved, I think Mamoswine's going to be really powerful. All right, Unite ability, Mammoth Mash. He did the Mammoth Mash. Has the user jump to the designated location and become immune to hindrances. The user then repeatedly stomps the ground, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect, decreasing their movement speed for a short time with each stomp. The final stomp throws opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. This dude's a beast. All right. That's just kind of it. This dude's a beast. Now, unfortunately, we do not have the HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed for this Pokemon yet. The reason why is that he's brand spanking new. Frankly, I'm not even sure he was supposed to be released yet. So something tells me that this may have been an accident, and the fact that I have 2 Mamoswines kind of confirms this to me at least. But yeah, so I might come back at some point with a little bit more data. But what we can probably tell is this: the likelihood is that HP is pretty darn high. Attack is probably pretty high as well, second highest, followed by defense, then special defense, then special attack. Speed's probably in there around, from my opinion so far, probably 3650. HP is hard to say, but we're probably aiming towards the upper side of 9,000 to maybe even 10. So definitely going to be a high tank ability kind of Pokemon. I think a bit of a health tank. Maybe could use a bit of boosting in the defense area in comparison to maybe like a Blastoise or something, but. We're going to learn more about it as quickly as possible, but let's get in there and let's show you guys all the moves for Mamoswine. Let's do this. Alright, we're loading here into our practice tool. We're going to be showing you guys a bunch of, it's going to be pretty easy to find out base attack, and then I'm also bringing in weakness policy, but we should be able to find out what the base attack is. I don't know how good weakness policy is going to be at this time. So we start off with, as we said, we got Tackle and Ice Shard. I think Ice Shard is going to be generally the way to go, but it's hard to say for sure. Ooh, I like that. I like that for the lane right there, man. Let's see how oh, he got slowed right there beforehand. We're going to wait for it to come up. Oh, he feels so clean, guys. I just want to tell you that. He feels really clean here. I like it. This guy's going to be a beast in lane. Grab yourself one of these guys and get into a lane ASAP. You know what? His jungle may be viable here. I gotta say, he doesn't have a lot of auto attack. 158 right now at this level 3. That's not very great, you know. I guess there's definitely Pokemon with less, but it's not very great either. Let's see. How's the viability of this? Not bad. Not bad at all. Good crit by our enemy there, though. Yeah, guys. This is going to be fun. All right. Enough messing around. We'll dunk this for some health, and then we'll go and check out some other stuff. We'll go get our level 5. We've got our level 5. Fantastic. Practice options, level 6. We've got Icicle Crash and Ice Fang. Let's start with Icicle Crash. I want to show you guys. I think the best one's going to be Icicle Crash. And we'll have to see, though, I guess. Let's see. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not bad. Good hindrance length. Man. Tackle. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for the cooldown. We have to remember at level 6. So. Tackle. 482. That's not bad. It has to scale about 2 to 1. A little bit more than 2 to 1 with your attack right here, right now. 997. Ooh, and with the burst on it, that's 1400 damage as a tank at level 6. That feels pretty spicy right there. Let's go ahead and grab this real quick. We shouldn't. We shouldn't because it's going to change our data. So let's just level up. Get to 8. I'm thinking that it's going to be high horsepower and icicle crash. This dude is just the craziest dude in the world. I love it. All right, let's wait for the reset. That's so much damage. All right, let's start with pushing him all the way. That's phenomenally strong. 1,000 damage at level 8 isn't really the point. The point of it is that the amount of mobility you have and like the amount that you're pushing people, that you're displacing people, is absolutely insane. You get that knockdown, and then you push them into the frozen, into the break. 3 seconds of hindrance and 4.5 thousand damage as a tank at level 8. All right, Unite move. We want to see this just with the Unite move. So the first thing I'm seeing is that it's definitely very short, you know. 3,000 damage. Man. Let's reset the cooldown. All right, so basically, from my determination so far, the kind of patterning you would go with this is going to be, and this is a bit more of a 1v1 or a very small team build. That's your build right there. That's your move right there if you're going to be just playing and going against one person. 7,000 damage total. Leading with Icicle Crash, I think 9 times out of 10, you're going to lead with Icicle Crash, followed by your jump in there. His autos right now, let's go test an auto. Level 10. At level 10, he's got 261 attack. Do I have Float Stone? Did I bring in Float Stone? I may have Float Stone, guys. We'll have to get better attack data for the next combination that we're going to be doing here. But goodness me, I think the biggest benefit of high horsepower is very clear. It's this. It's going to be the push. The amount of total CC you can do right there is absolutely insane. I don't even know if I can get this guy out of there. Oh, perfect, perfect. Can I? Let's see. You ready? Yeah, sure. I could work him out over time. That's quite entertaining. All right, let's go check out the other moves. Alrighty, we're loading back in here again to test out the other skill sets. And let's go into the jungle first thing with him. I might flash. Don't get mad at me. You shouldn't flash, but I might. Just to get over here. Do not flash for your first thing. This is practice, so why not? Let's see. His autos, not too bad. Not too bad. Good clear. Cleared with plenty enough time. Gonna get that out. Gonna get the knockback, the knock up, which is gonna stop him from doing his stuff. And we'll do a non-skim standard clear here. I like to go a different route. I don't know why, but I do. He's going to start his jump, and we're going to disrupt him from that. Perfect. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Pretty good, clean clear right now. It's definitely slower than a lot of the other current metas. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We're getting close. We're going to be about, I'm going to say we're in the mid area for fast clears, but not bad at all, honestly. Now, unfortunately, I have, I cannot test, be aware that the damage is going to be a little bit different right now because the damage that I do have going is going to include these buffs. I wanted to see how fast the clear would be, though. All right, so Ice Fang, throwing, leaving them frozen for a short time. Isn't that the coolest freaking thing ever? Other side, please. Hold on. Yeah, guys. This is a thing now that you can do in Pokemon Unite. So, all right, let's. Yeah, cooldowns. Cooldowns are back, or wait, do I need to turn them back on? I think I have to turn them back on. Hold on. Move cooldowns, please. So yes. Ice Fang, a good amount of hindrance. 1 second total hindrance, 1,200 damage as a tank at level 6. I have also taken off Float Stone, so I don't have any extra attack. My attack damage at 6, which means my attack is 199 here. Depending, I suppose, on, let's see, stats. It does have some defense, so, oh, it's 0% defense, maybe? Yeah, okay. So Cool, 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 cool. I've never actually used that before, but hopefully this will be a good indication of how much damage, how much attack we actually have. So at level 15, that is to say. So there's your Ice Fang, a decent amount of range to it actually, and then a good amount of damage. It's pretty impressive to see that kind of damage from Ice Fang here. 1, 2. Good stun. Good stun. So in case it's not clear at this point, this guy right here is all about CC. I know it's 2 rotations, I think, but goodness me. You ready? We're going to do it again as soon as this resets. Pick him up, throw him behind you, away from your turret or their turret, and then you go in there and stun them. 3 seconds of CC, 3,100 damage at level 8, which is about where most people have their total amount of health. Granted, defenses, but that's a lot of damage really quickly here. Now let's get up to level... Pop, 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 pop. Okay. We'll get our little bonuses. We're big guy now. Look at our health pool, man. Let's see. I want to count how many this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he's got 10,000 health, plus give or take a bit. So he's got 10,000 health, and we're going to go ahead and see what his total amount of attack is here. Give or take some, because I don't understand quite from what I can read if this has defense or not. 330. 330. So if that's how much attack we have, this, once I get my 3 stacks or whatever, 4 stacks, I should have 10% additional attack now. So we're gonna get one more hit, and then we're gonna go over here and just bop. 363. 30 more. Yeah, that's exactly correct. So 330 is our attack at level 15. It's not that high. I don't think there's totally attack builds you can do here, but I don't think that it's really the way to go. The real way to go is this: absolutely jumping and disrupting them forever, getting an ult out, doing a massive amount of AoE damage, plus a team-wide knock-up. Goodness. Ice Fang plus Ice Fang, I would say Ice plus high horsepower, I think, may end up being your more solo person build if you wanted to do that. But I think that from my experience so far, high horsepower has the most amount of displacement. Ice Fang is second with the most amount of displacement. And I think the Ice Fang is basically one of the things I'm always going to be going for right now. It's not as much damage, not nearly as much damage as Icicle Crash, but I see so much value from being able to do that. Like, there's so much value. And then if you combine this with, say, a high horsepower, which you can then use to push them halfway across the lane into your turret, or you jump on them right afterwards and have a second stun. So you can really, with a combo, Ice Fang out into Earthquake, they're stunned, they're behind you, they're stunned now for 3 or so seconds. They're unable to react while you and your teammates are destroying them. This guy here, he's not just a tank, he's a tank with a purpose. And his purpose is to absolutely mess up you and your teammates, well, all of your enemies, I suppose, and then just destroy them while they're locked down. This is not a damaging guy. This isn't a big damage kind of Blastoise ult. I'm not seeing anything like that. This is all about creating the most amount of displacement CC as possible in the shortest time possible. This is the new tank. I 100% believe that from my experience playing with them so far today. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some gameplay after talking about items. Items now. All right, so although we do not have a full set of stats for Mamoswine at this time, I think we've learned a lot. We've learned that his health is really high. We believe that his defense is very high, and his special defense also. I cannot say where they are on the scale of tanks, but we know they're pretty good. His health is incredible. This guy's definitely a health tank, and his attack is 330 at level 15 base. And that gives me a few things that I can really kind of help you out with here. One is that Eos Cookie is going to be pretty darn good on this guy. He has so much health, though, that Eos Cookie is good. But I almost feel like it might be better. You know what? No, I'm going to... Eos Cookie, a really good pick here on him. I say this a lot. Every time you can increase your health when you have high defense, and high special defense, it's extra valuable. Every unit of health is more valuable when you have high defense and special defense. So this is an item that gives you more health. And you can easily, I think, probably top 11,000 health. Which is going to be a lot of health, considering that it's almost twice of what Pikachu has. That's 6,000-ish. So Score Shield, probably pretty good for him in a lane version where you're building up an Eos Cookie as part of your big portion of your strategy. I think Score Shield is usable, as it is basically universally usable. Attack weight, I wouldn't touch it. Special attack stats, please no. Attack, Muscle Band, I wouldn't. I mean, there's obviously a build here. There's obviously an attack speed build. There is an attack build here where you probably can do pretty well and have a lot of lockup with the Frozens that are your boosted auto attack. But I don't think that I would suggest it generally. It's not how he's supposed to be played. It's off meta. At your own risk, use Muscle Band or Scope Lens. I personally wouldn't. We don't know what crits with him, though. And there could be some weird, interesting crits that maybe some of his abilities can crit that can make Scope Lens viable. I have not tested it yet. So Wise Glasses, no. Shell Bell, please no. Energy Amplifier, maybe. It's hard to say. I think that Energy Amplifier at a max rank could be really good at level at 20 at least, because your ult is such a sustainable damage over time. In a team fight where you have 4 or 5 people max grouped up and you're doing 5 repetitive uses of like 700 plus damage, this could be very good for him. I think that this is possible. It's viable, but I don't think I would recommend it generally. Razor Claw, never. Choice Specs, not in your dreams. Rocky Helmet, yeah. I think the Rocky Helmet is completely a legitimate play here for our boy. Rocky Helmet's not generally a top tier for anybody. But doing max HP is good. Having more HP is good. Having more defense is good. If the stats come out and his defense is lower than the average tank, then Rocky Helmet becomes more valuable. If it's about the same, then Rocky Helmet is about medium value. Focus Band, yes. Focus Band is maybe as close to a must-have as exists right now for this Pokemon. Focus Band, if you've got it, basically what it does is when you drop to low HP, you regain 11% of the HP you've lost. And this is a lot for him because he has a lot of HP. And as we've spoken about lots of times, Focus Band's pretty good generally. But as we've said a lot of times, anytime you can have something that increases your health, as somebody who has a lot of defense, it has extra value. Focus Band is absolutely one of those things that is just really, really powerful for use here for any sort of tank. And I think this is probably pretty close to a must-have for this fella here. Assault Vest has never been optimized on anybody. It's probably valuable here, depending on what his special defense looks like, and if what the meta may be can also change whether or not Assault Vest has extra value. I'd put this on the medium to lower tier for him, probably. Weakness Policy, I wouldn't touch it. I mean, if you're going for an attack-based build, like a bruiser build, maybe you can make it work. We tested it. It was 30 extra damage on an auto at that level. 30 extra attack is not going to really kill it with anything that he has. Not as much as most of the other stuff will. So I don't think that I would recommend Weakness Policy for him at this time unless you're doing a very weird build. Leftovers, no. That's all there is to say about that. Floatstone, I really like Floatstone on something like this because he's got a decent amount of movement speed as is, and he's such a bully. This dude is just an absolute in-your-face nightmare bully, and that's why I kind of like Floatstone. Having an extra 20% movement speed when not in combat and 80 base movement speed is going to allow you to move around the map really quickly and make a lot of plays using your insane amount of hindrance. You'd become a roaming mammoth, and I think there's some definite value to that. I would put Floatstone in medium, personally for me, towards the upper tier for him, but I think at least medium. He does benefit from the attack, as well. So, Buddy Barrier, another one which I think that is just universally good on most Pokemon and is really good here. We've talked about the HP. Do you want to have 11,000, maybe 12,000 HP? Buddy Barrier can get you there. You'll be unkillable. Buddy Barrier, maybe some Focus Band. You know what I'm talking about? And then Eos Cookie. Now you're a literal god. You're a raid boss. And I think Buddy Barrier can absolutely be utilized to good advantage here for him. I'd put Buddy Barrier on the upper area of medium tier to higher tier for him in terms of items. So XP share, I think you're probably best staying away from it. It's possible if you're going to take a very support role, maybe even a very roamy role could benefit from XP share. But really, the point of XP share is to be in lane with your team and not be taking last hits. And I feel like there's just better items for him than XP share. I wouldn't really put this in my recommendation list. So let's go in there and show you guys some gameplay now. Like I said, I'm not even gonna try to get gameplay with them right now. I'm gonna try first to do a recording of a spectate game where there's hopefully 2, and we can kind of see what they do, and it'll be High Masters gameplay for you. And this way, I don't have to try 8 times to get into a game with them because it's tough right now. All right, let's do that. Alrighty, we found ourselves a High Masters game. We've got we're gonna spectate Obagen, E5 Obagen here. This is the E5 team. It looks like they're all playing together today. So this is a squad game versus, I don't know, maybe a squad. I can't tell because they don't have any squad names. So I guess they're not a squad. I don't know. Maybe, would it say if they were and I'm not spectating them? I don't really know. Spectator's still a little bit weird right now. But we do have double Mamoswine. The E5 team is going to be facing off against a bunch of other beautiful people. Let's look at this comp here. We got Mamo, Blissey. We've got Venusaur here, Ninetales, and Lucario. I like it. Obagen seems to feel like the same way I do, which is let's get some Ice Shard to start with. And I think that's going to be really good. Look at that. Look how good that clear is. Look how good the double Frost Lane is, guys. I like the double Frost Lane. Let's hop over to the other one. We're just going to watch these two right here. We got these guys in bot. That's a lot of CC down bot too right there. Throw it. Throw it. That's going to be a good opportunity to steal stuff, and they get it. They absolutely get that. He tackled as well, which I wouldn't recommend generally. It's a fight to the death. We're going to watch it. There's the Frozen. He's going to get the tackle off, and oh, they're going to get him, I think. They certainly pushed him out of lane, and nope, Mamoswine going down. The trade there, Pikachu and Mamoswine right there, and they're still fighting down in bot lane, but I'm not as interested in them as I am watching more Mamoswine action. So it looks like on top lane, it looks like they're struggling a little bit to maintain an XP lead. They've got a few people up on their lane. Good knockback by the Lucario. Unable to actually finish anything. And the other Lucario's in there and causing lots of good, beautiful damage there. And is going to get some good, clean kills up top. It's the CC that I think is going to make Mamoswine so freaking strong in this current game state. So G Bardelli down bot right now, trying to get a little bit of points going. Gets a good amount of XP from that and goes right in on the Blissey. Oh, the Blissey with the Frozen is gonna be close. They get it. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see the amount of CC that was just experienced in that lane? That Blissey had about 10 seconds of running between the middle of the lane and trying to get to the safety. So I really think that that's what Mamoswine's going to be all about. It's going to be just completely locking down your enemy and making it impossible for them to do anything. What is this Lucario doing? Other Lucario, please. This Lucario is in the jungle. Oh, this is E5. This is E5. He's like, psh, I'm with my squad, brothers. And I'll show you how it's done. And it looks like he's going to do it. It looks like he's going to actually show... Oh, nope, he's getting collapsed upon. Good job by Pikachu with the rotation. They're going to get some goals, but I don't know if it was really worth it for them. This is a big dunk for top lane. Venusaur is not going to stop it. That might give him level 6. It looks like it's going to a hair's breadth away. But he didn't quite get level 6, it looks like. He still needs 1 more XP. Meanwhile, we also have an invade from the non-E5 who has gotten caught, and I think he's probably gonzo as well. It's going to take a lot to get out of there. He's got a flash, though. He's going to run out of there with the flash, the help of the flash. Blissey is trying to collapse in on him, though. Nothing. Mamoswine setting up a good gank here with the multiple 3-person tackle. Is going to put down a lot of CC. There's some disruption here, though. It looks like there's more of blue team than any other team right now. Or did red team lose too? I didn't quite see that. Pikachu also going down, and a lot of the mid XP going to blue as the fight is getting ready for the big fight for Dreadnought. Thank you, Skim. You reminded me that it was Dreadnought. So Bardelli having a hard time getting the dunk in. It looks like we're all staging for it, except for Venusaur, who's going to be up and is just like, I guess I'll just sit here and dunk my 30 points. That's not the right way to play, buddy. It's not the right way to play. And blue team taking advantage of their majority here. And good advantage of it, good use of it. They're still kind of pushing XP leads Oh, that's a weird one. He gets the toss. He flashed in for the toss on the Cinder Ace, which was a phenomenal engage, although a strange one. I wasn't ready for it quite. And then they end up really basically knocking the Cinder Ace out of the fight. He's going to go down, but they have a big majority here. Blue team, purple team really, has a large person majority here as they're trying to get dunks in and trying to see what they can do in bot lane. Yeah, that's it. It's gone. Their bot lane is gone now. Good. I mean, Venusaur is doing Venusaur's things up top, but man, you got to think, what would have happened if Venusaur was bot for that? If Venusaur was bot for that whole time instead of sitting up top, could he have actually given them A, protected that bottom lane, or B, and maybe even more importantly, helped secure a very important objective there? So we now have ourselves E5's Obijin. Obijin Kenobi is going to get a Earthquake out. That was Earthquake. Oh, Obi, you're in trouble now, buddy. Frank is coming for you. The attempted save from Blissey was unfortunately not enough. And we're going to go to Bardelli now, down bot, who is trying to get some of the final evolutions going. Ooh, he's dead. E5 is kind of cleaning up right now, and I'm not surprised. They probably are on comms. I don't know if the other gents are or aren't. Gents and lady gents, but dunks down in the bot lane for Bardelli and also Bracalinator, and they're getting closer to pushing that bottom one down. In fact, orange team with a little bit of a lead now, but I don't know if it's going to last long. E5's got a lot of points that's not dunked yet. Ooh, be careful. Get out of there. Get out of there. It's Mamoswine at level 10. He's got his ult now. It's a long ult wait, similar to a Snorlax here, but it's because your ult is phenomenally good. Let's see what he can do with all of this. Oh, he misses his Earthquake. We are now gone in the bottom. He gets the spear done, and I am assuming he's looking for an ult here. He doesn't need it. They're going to destroy without the ult from Ammo. Absolutely wreck it without the ult from Ammo. This guy's trying to get levels 10, and of course he is because he's really far behind on XP. And the whole orange team, you know, they may have more points, but they're not ahead on XP. And this is why there's so much value in grabbing a Dreadnought. It's just the massive amount of... Oh, look at that. He's done. He's done. What can you do against the Swine Brothers? Nothing. It's just too much CC there. And this is going to be a big one right here. Use your ult. Do it. E5, do it. Use your ult. Do it, please, for me. Did you already use it? I'd be so sad. Well, it took you a while. It took you a long while. They're okay, though. It's a big ult. It's a powerful ult. He still has shield up. There's still plenty of shield to go around. He's going to jump in and get a good stun on the Ivysaur, and I think that this is basically looking like a pretty easy game over here as E5 is just dominating this orange team. Orange team is up at top right now with a few members trying to secure Rotom. It looks like they're probably going to get it. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to get it here with these two. And Bardelli does finally have his final form. This isn't even my final form. But I really think that E5 is running away with this game right now. I like watching the double mammoths, though. This, I think, is better than me showing you. I could be wrong. You guys let me know what you think. But with him, it's going to be so hard to get a new game. I figured let's let the pros do it. This is high Masters ranked and squad, too, which is pretty neat. So they're going to go ahead and eat all the delicious XP here, and they've got a ton of points ready to go, and they're just gonna lock down this Rotom and not allow it to get into base. Level 11, level 12, definitely still a good XP lead here, although Cinderace did just run away with a bit of their XP. Said this is mine now. Level 12 for Bardelli. We're getting into the final echoes of the game. We've got a couple 50-pointers, though, on purple team, and they're going to have to watch out. Good stun by Mamo, and oh my goodness, the stun into the toss, and there was not a chance for that Venusaur. The Venusaur couldn't have gotten anything up if they wanted to. That is some power, man. Bardelli starting to kind of catch up. Bardelli, kind of nice for us, did a lot of basically the exact opposite build path. The difference being that neither took high horsepower, which I kind of understand. The amount of multiple CC that you can get with Earthquake is just really, really powerful. It's hard to sit there and say, I'm not going to take the ability to stun multiple people every couple seconds. There's all the Mammoth ults. All of the Mammoths are ulting. And there you go. The final stun and kill there. Yep, switch on him. Switch on him. You got it. Don't focus. There you go. Don't focus the tank. Zapdos almost finishing off for them as Blissey and Venusaur were trying to get some nasty dunks. They're trying to stay in here, but Venusaur's got full health, and these guys don't. Ooh, you missed your buddy there. You missed your buddy. And right now he's saying, I got to go ahead and try to stop them from killing this objective, and he's got the right call. Where is he going now? Heading back as if he's going to defend, but there's so many enemies here. And this Cinderace is just not focusing on the right thing. Not at all focusing on the right thing. Oh, that's a big ult right there, though. That was a lot of damage right in the middle by Orange Team, and Orange Team is actually on the final objective. Lucario, nowhere to be found. Is Lucario, what are you doing? This looks like it's probably game right here. It's definitely game. 200 points for the non-squad, man. This is why you don't just leave the team at the end. So I definitely think that it was a pretty close game, a pretty even game. So no team could have been quite sure where they were, and I don't blame them each for going for it. But as much CC as E5's Obijin had, which became a little bit of my favorite watching Obijin, Bardelli was able to do more at the end because they had more team members. Team members to Zapdos, guys. Team members to Zapdos. GG, well played to our two teams here. I really enjoyed that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching some Mammoth gameplay. So, Mamoswine, welcome to the army of Pokemon Unite. We love you, and we're excited to see more of you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this, please go ahead and sub and like the video or stuff like that if you feel like it, because there's plenty more where this comes from. So, cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Yes.